Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Barbarian. And this movie came out in 2022, and it's currently on Netflix. So if you want to check it out, there's a way to do so. And I was hearing a lot of hype about this movie. A lot of people seem to really enjoy this movie when it came out. And I understand that some people did not really enjoy it. And I unfortunately am on the side that didn't really enjoy it that much. I just didn't really get much out of it. And there were some things that I did like. I thought the movie looked nice. It wasn't poorly shot in any particular scene, or at least not to my memory. And the performances worked for me overall. And I was a bit on the fence with Bill Skarsgård because I wasn't quite sure where they were going with his character, if he was supposed to be in one direction or the other. And eventually they do pick a lane. And I do feel as though, for what they were going for, he did a good job. And I like that he wasn't just creepy man guy like he does in It or Nosferatu. I thought it was a nice change of pace for him to play a character like this. Justin Long was pretty funny in the movie. I haven't even talked about him yet, but he was easily the most entertaining performance in the entire film. He was pretty funny. But speaking of the comedy, I didn't really find this movie all that funny. I didn't really laugh all that much until Justin Long came in on screen. That's when the movie got to be more entertaining in terms of like what it was offering, not just me like laughing with the movie or at the movie or anything like that. Because before he entered on screen, I was just a little bored and not really feeling it. But once he did come on screen, the movie got better for me. And the house that this movie takes place in, for the most part, I thought was kind of creepy, and I thought it was well utilized, and it kind of reminded me of the Blair Witch Project a little bit, or even just Blair Witch from 2016, which I still need to rewatch, but I'm saving that for another time. The violence in this movie was kind of fun when it did happen. I thought it was like, oh, okay, this is a standout moment in the movie, but unfortunately, it's not in the movie all that much. I hated the jump scares, and whenever they did happen, I just thought it was so cheap and annoying, and honestly, it kind of killed the movie for a good 10 minutes for me to, like, get back into it. And it's not like a jump scare happens all that often. They're pretty spread out in the film, but I just hate them in this movie. And there's sounds coming from independently of the film when they do a jump scare, and I hate it. And I also thought that the music in the movie was overpresent. Not that it was terrible in every scene, but I just felt as though if they pulled it back from using it, I think that would have helped the movie a lot more. I didn't really like any of the characters. I just found them to be idiots the entire time. And I get that this movie is supposed to be kind of comedic, but it just wasn't really landing for me. Also, the way the movie is structured, I didn't really care for, nor did I see much of a point in doing that. Like, for the first two-thirds of the movie, I was fine with it, but then we get to a third section of the movie where it takes a certain direction and shows you things, and I thought it was completely unnecessary. It honestly did not add anything to the movie at all. The cops in this movie were absolutely useless, and I don't understand why they were in the movie at all. Probably for laughs, but I didn't really read it that way, and I just found them to be annoying. And the ending to the movie I found to be kind of comical in a bad way. Like, I was kind of laughing at it. I also found it to be kind of funny that this movie took place in Detroit, and I'm going to make a lot of people upset when I say this, because I wasn't exactly sure where it was taking place, and eventually they say Detroit, and oh, I'm going to get so much heat for this. I thought to myself, Detroit as in Michigan or Oregon? But eventually they do confirm that it's Michigan, and I was like, okay, now I'm not confused at the very least. So, it takes place in Detroit, Michigan for the most part. So that was kind of cool. And that's about all I have to say about Barbarian. I didn't like it. I found it to be kind of infuriating at points. There were some cool ideas and some interesting directions that it could have gone. And to some extent, they're pulled off pretty well. But I just didn't find this movie scary. And there were many points where I didn't find it funny. And because of that, it kind of just reads to me as like, okay, if you don't really care about the tone in terms of where it's going, you don't really care about the characters, and the performances are good, but in terms of a story, there's not really anything for me to latch onto. So what's left aside from like technical things? Like I love the design of this basement. I love the design of this creature. I love like production design stuff. And that's it. I don't think I should be praising a movie just on production alone. Because if that's all it has going for it, then it kind of reads to me as a bad thing, honestly. Especially since like nothing is really working for me and it all just fell flat for me. So I'm never going to watch this movie again, probably. I kind of hate this movie to a certain extent, but my experience while watching it was kind of rough to sit through. I couldn't stand it, and I just wanted the movie to end. So, with all that being said, I'm going to give Barbarian a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below your thought of Barbarian, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Now You See Me. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.